It's Steve from the Cryptozoology Paranormal Museum. It's roughly almost midnight. This is day 2 of our Bigfoot outing. The temperatures dropped. Yesterday we had a lot of activity. Tonight was we had a heavy rainstorm, thunderstorm came through. Today is very sluggish. We had some weird stuff. Some amazing barn owl. I wish I had the audio on that, but it was talking to us and responding to us, making calls. It was so clear. We were debating whether it was actual barn owl or a human making the noise. You know, not exactly thinking Bigfoot, but it was definitely interesting. Anyways, you can see the fog. I'm hoping you can see the fog. Really, the temperature's changing. It's cold, so I'm heading back out. We have enough people there to watch our sites, the stuff that's going on. I'm going to go back home, get a little sleep, upload the videos I've got, which is not a lot, but I've got some really good thermal from yesterday. I need to post that. This is just kind of a traveling, bringing you up to speed on day 2. But this is the way it is. This is like anything in the real world. Anything you investigate, you can go days and months, years, and get nothing. Well, here we came in day 1, had a crazy. Yesterday was amazing what we got, and holy shit, I got a moth flying around in here. And but beyond that, today was very sluggish, which is fine. We met some more people. Now we have more and more people coming into the park. Today is Thursday. So, I'm sorry, today is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. I have a meeting at roughly 11 o'clock I got to do. Then we're back in the park again. So I'm expecting tomorrow to be busier, but not crazy. But I'm expecting Friday, Saturday, Sunday to just be insane at the park. So it's going to be very difficult to distinguish good data from erroneous data. But anyway, that's what we do. You can see I'm just coming up here to the intersection, which is I'm actually on Route 4, and this is the intersection of Route 4 and 561 split going down to Lewisburg. So now I have Lily. I just had a moth land on my face. Lovely. And as you'll see, a 12-mile ride north to get me back in Littleton. I'm sure my wife will be thrilled. I'm coming back into the house at midnight, wake the dogs. It was just too cold. We're getting nothing tonight, so I couldn't see just in my creepy old age, sleeping on a blow-up mattress, which I blew up for the first time, and I think it's going to be all right. Actually, it's a mattress that splits in half, or you can double it up. So I doubled it up, and it's sort of like a bouncy room. So tomorrow I'm going to do is either just separate it, use one. Oh, there's a deer on the side of the road. Reason to be careful driving. And so you have like 2 singles, which I don't need, and so I'll probably just do one, deflate the other one. But just as long as I have something to keep me off the ground, throw a sleeping bag on, and be somewhat comfortable. I don't know if you guys have seen the fog. I guess you are. I mean, the fog is amazing. I'm not looking much more than 4 or 5 car lengths ahead, so I'm trying to take it slow. I mean, obviously I don't want to get in an accident, but I feel even worse hitting a deer or a dog or something. Hounds that are just dumped out here and let loose. But it was fun. We had a family set up next to us. They didn't spend the night. They're coming back tomorrow. They drove all the way up just to meet us and talk to us. And they're very good, very sweet family, real good bunch. And Dad's a real Bigfooter nut, and I'm smacking my head. I got this moth, believe it or not, as I'm driving, landing on my head. And it's a big moth. But they're not spending the night. They literally drove all the way out, an hour and change out, just to check it out. And they'll be around next couple of days. And as soon as you get a bunch of Bigfooters together, then that's when all the stories start. And it's kind of funny. It's kind of becomes almost kind of a tit for tat. Like, let me tell you my story. Let me tell you this. And it was entertaining. I probably should have just recorded it, but I wouldn't be able to use a phone. I need to set up a real camera. So it would be a lot of data. I mean, hours and hours. And then I have to edit it up and use little pieces of the more comical stuff. But it's a bunch of guys that love this stuff. Their families are supportive. I mean, it's impressive. Very impressive. And everyone's got stories to tell. But I've got a car with, I guess, shut my brights off. Hopefully in return, this guy will shut his brights off. If not, I'm going to flash him as I get out of them. He said the hell with it, I'm turning. My brights are back on. This is Route 4 that goes from Medoc Mountain up to Littleton, Old Historic Road. So I'm just heading back. Now we've got another. Well, we had a Sunday basically, so we figure Saturday night. I think I paid for Sunday too, so it gives me a little leeways if I can't wrap my tent up. Well, let someone else use my site. I've got that opportunity. This time of the year is so cheap. But I don't know if you guys can see the trees here. Probably not. But they're wrapped over the top. It's just this is a gorgeous road. This moth is driving me nuts. This moth is the size of at least a little bit bigger than a quarter. Somewhere between a quarter and $1.50. For this weather, for him to be out, he's just probably a youngster being a pain in the ass. Keeps landing on me. But he doesn't know where to be. He's clueless. Like, where the hell are we going? You end up in a whole different section of Halifax County. Maybe you can make some new friends. There we go. See that fog? This is crazy. Last night, like I said, you guys will see the previous video. We got this really crazy thermal hit. Now, Rich from the Daily Herald was out. He's one of the regulars that comes out when he can. He enjoys his stuff. Look at this. Ooh, I better slow down. I really can't see very far in front of me. And we're just passing the Bianca Brown house. It's a very paranormally active house. That's an area where they see figures supposedly on the street. The house itself is crazy haunted, so. But it's so foggy, I didn't even realize I was pulling up onto it until I was right there. But, don't mind me. I'm talking, shooting the shit and trying to pay attention to the road, and I'm trying to watch the side roads with the brights on. In case I see, any deer crossing. As soon as you see one, of course, others will cross. You can see as foggy as it is. I could come up on a deer and I wouldn't see it right to the last minute, so I'm trying to drive as slow as possible. Like I said, we'll be back out there for the rest of the week. I'm hoping tomorrow gives us 10% of what we got yesterday. We got this thermal hit. Like I said, we're saying Rich came out, a reporter from the Daily Herald. He's into this stuff. Of course, he's looking for a story too, for something good. And it was nuts. He saw something go over these dead logs. He said it looked jet black and kind of like was on the log, like was looking at us and then dropped down. And he just ran in that direction. He's ex-military, so none of this stuff scares him. He actually just the opposite. He runs in that direction. He goes, "Do you see that?" And I said, "No." And he took off, so I ran behind him. And thank God I had my thermal camera around my neck. Now it's like dusk, so it's not dark, but it's getting there to the point where when you're running through the woods, you got to be careful. You can easily run into a branch and hurt yourself or cut an eye or anything like that. So he runs down and goes past these things down, and he's yelling at me, "You hear it? Do you hear it?" And I'm saying, "Yeah." And he's pointing to one side. We're not being quiet. We're yelling at each other. Frank stayed in the campsite, which is smart. Keep an eye on everybody. It doesn't make sense for everyone to be on top of each other. And so he's pointing over. I'm using the thermal camera. Like I said, now it's not dark, but it's 50%, darkness. And I'm seeing a hot spot. So I'm the flare camera I have. I'm clicking a button, trying to get some pictures. I got one decent one, and it looks humanoid. It really does. I don't know what the freak it is. It's Bigfootish, or is it paranormal, or what the hell? Now, like I said, it's not so dark. If there's a human there, we would have saw it. I mean, we weren't seeing it. This is way down the hill. There's a low spot there, which is all muddy and swampy, almost like quicksand. So he couldn't cross that, and he's not wearing the proper gear anyway for this. And not only, now at this point with the flare monocular, you don't even know what you have until after you. Excuse me, I apologize, I'm coughing. And after you look at it later and download it, and go like, holy geez! So like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm sending stuff. This damn Moth just landed on my head again, and everybody, they're going, what the hell is that? I mean, they're seeing what I got, because we didn't see it with our eyes. We only got it with a flare scope. And I was telling the guys today, I said, you guys have got to get more. Everyone has to have flare scopes. I know it's an investment, but I hate to be the one getting this stuff. I'd rather be telling the story and interviewing other people. It's what my background was as a journalist. And I love to get it, but I hate to be, it looks like I'm promoting something, and that's not my plan. I want to tell the story. But anyway, George is going to get one. Frank's talking about getting one now. So the more people we can get out there, the more data, it just proves what we're doing. It proves what we're finding. And even yesterday with just, what happened there was three witnesses, all sort of variations. I mean, I was the only one looking through a thermal scope, obviously. But, there's stuff happening there. It was a crazy day. 3 people using parabolic dishes heard bipedal footsteps. This is earlier. This is 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon in the distance. Once again, couldn't see anything, but with the parabolic dish, you're listening way out there. We're hearing the spring peepers, the frogs, and the toads out there, and birds go dead silent. And as you can hear this thing move through. So it's been a crazy, yesterday was a crazy day. And we know this is a hotbed. Medoc Mountain State Park, that's just what it is. But anyway, so I'm just kind of doing a follow-up of yesterday's video, which I've still got to upload. And it's basically just me talking in the park. I want to hopefully tomorrow get out there and do some serious walking around, videotaping. I've been staying pretty much my campsite, which is kind of ground zero where we're getting those activity. The other guys have been going out and doing walks, and I don't mind doing that just as long as someone can stay in the campsite. They can document anything that happens there. And I hate to walk away. If you got a place that's got crazy activity, why go somewhere else? That's kind of, it sounds kind of lame. And plus, you got to remember, guys, I was sick for like 3 weeks. I wasn't feeling well. God knows what the hell shit I had. And I'm still not 100%, but that's not my excuse. That's not my excuse for not going out on a hike. I'll still do it. I just won't push myself. But I hate to walk away from an area where we're getting, day one, getting activity, to go look somewhere else for something else. We have enough people coming in, let them do it. But anyway, so that's what's going on. You can see this crazy fog I'm driving through. Just coming up into Littleton. Next, probably about another mile before I actually get into town. But it's crazy. Look at this stuff. It's like something out of a horror movie, isn't it? It's cool. Now, Littleton, where I live, you can see like this, the layers here. We're 387 feet above sea level, and you can see this. I mean, these layers of fog here. Coming up now near our sewer plant entrance, which I won't see until I get right on top of it. Believe it or not, I passed it and didn't even see it. How bad is that? That's how thick the fog is. Leave a brand new sign. All right, so we're officially into town of Littleton, and it clears up for a little bit. My dogs will be happy to see me. My wife's probably be pissed that I'm doing this kind of craziness. I mean, it's kind of what I do now. But I'm trying to wake the dogs up and wake everybody. Bring in what I have to, leave me and charge what I have to, the things I've used today. But here we are in Littleton. And as soon as you get into Littleton, we actually, crossing the line here, and I live right here on Mosby Avenue. You see my house with the light on the front. That's the historic house, haunted as shit. And oh, there's something back there. Somebody's cat. I'm gonna back in, and we're home. All right, guys. I appreciate you listening to my craziness, what's happening here. Wow, I can't even look at my mirrors. The mirrors are so... Make sure I don't drive into one of the other vehicles as I back up. Driving through all this stuff. That's how bad it is. I got a trailer back here I don't want to back into either. I'm stopping here. Crazy. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be posting as many videos as I can. Hopefully we get some more activity like we did yesterday. You'll be able to see what we got there. And I'll hopefully get some interviews done with some of the guys here too going on. I don't think you guys can see me at all. I got this little window here. It's kind of pointless. See? That's how dark it is. But I'll be talking to you guys soon. Thanks for liking and sharing and supporting our channel and supporting the museum. I'll be getting you as much stuff to you in the next couple of days as possible. And thank you so much for what you guys do. Talk to you soon.